You all, please do not get fired from your job because you want to dress a certain type of way or you want to fit a core that you found on TikTok. Please do not lose your job. You need the money. What up, everyone? It's Slicky Campbell back with another amazing, beautifully edited, hilarious, funny, I can go on and on,
another video
that are all those things. And before we get into the video, just make sure that you are subscribed. I've looked at my stats recently and like 98% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So please, please, please subscribe. It helps the channel. We are so close to 1,000 subs. Once we hit that 1,000 subs, I can bring out so much better content for you guys. But without further ado, let's get into Office Siren Core. So let's go back to obviously the advent of social media. We have to always go back to that. That's where all of our problems started in this mess. Social media.
The fuck does that mean?
When social media first started, we had a lot of teenagers and a lot of kids doing things like cinnamon challenges, like Kylie Lip Jenner challenges, any kind of challenge. And they were funny because they usually cause some kind of like instant karma, instant gratification, where the person got like really big lips and they swolled up, or the cinnamon challenge, you were choking. And it was this funny, goofy, ha ha ha. Well, now a lot of fashion content creators and other get ready with me content creators, they are dressing in certain styles called certain cores. And this big one that has popped up is Office Siren. So you might be thinking to yourself, what is Office Siren? Well, Office Siren is just a mix of, or two words put together, Office Siren. Siren being like a magical fantasy creature, kind of like a mermaid, always usually like female-esque, and they're very like, they have beautiful eyes and beautiful features, and they enchant and enspell men in like the medieval times. So that's what a siren is. And then we got the office aspect, which is like literally dressing up in office attire when it comes to, and like I said, this is more female oriented. I've seen some men say like office siren for men, which is kind of like not the whole, like you just lost the plot right there. But we'll be focusing on the women in this section because this is where a lot of the more of the controversy and more of like the talking of why are people getting fired and all this stuff when it comes to dressing up as an office siren. So we'll be referring to the women. So whenever a new core arises, everyone wants to take a part of it, everyone wants to wear it in every kind of way, and then you have fashion content creators that are like, I need to put out 20 videos, 20 outfits so I can get my clicks and likes and get more followers and more money. So fashion content creators, they put these outfits out, and then the consumers like, oh, office siren, this is a great way for me to feel good about myself at the office. I'm gonna feel like I'm in the trend, but also I have an office job and I can't wear all of like the Y2K baby tees, low-rise jeans. Like I can't wear that at my job. So I'll go in as the quote unquote sexy office siren. And I get that feeling. I've worked office jobs before where you feel very muted in your fashion sense and you feel like you're not being understood fashion wise. And I like, for me, like I have to go in like a Nike dry fit polo, khakis, and tennis shoes, and I kind of still look weird because it's like I have a mullet and a mustache. Like you're not the type to be wearing this, and you're also a little gay boy, so like why are you wearing this? And it just feels awkward. I definitely get why people want to dress like this. It's not like, it's like, why would you never dress like, no, like especially women, I feel they want to feel like they are attractive and sometimes sexy in the office, and they want to feel like that, especially when they're in their young 20s when everyone is literally so hot. So it's like, I get why people want to do this. So the main talking point / controversy comes from a girl who got ideas to dress like an office siren at her job that she just got 6 figures, just starting out. And she goes in wearing like a short mini skirt, very sheer leggings, just very revealing and very pointed outfit, I guess. Very office siren. Well, she goes in there the first couple times and pretty much comes down to the point that she got fired. This girl starting her career gets fired from her job because she wanted to dress like an office siren. And, you know, obviously new girl, Gen Z girl that, saw these fashion content creators and was like, oh, I can definitely dress like this because they said that they did this in the office. One, newsflash. All these fashion creators have probably never worked in an office setting before. They've never really experienced like what you really should wear at the office. And they're not going to tell you specifically what to wear at the office because that's not going to give them much clicks, much likes. They're just gonna be like, here's my sexiest office siren outfit.
Or here's my most cunty office siren outfit ever.
You can do it too if you want to, but I don't know if it's appropriate for your office setting or whatnot. Like, every office has a different standard of what they should wear. Like the office that I worked at, you could wear like a polo, jeans, and tennis shoes, and they were fine with it. There's some offices they want you to wear like a button down. There's some offices that want you to wear a tie and like a button down shirt and like a suit jacket. You have to ask your HR like, hey, is this okay? Also too, I feel like this trend shows a lack of differentiating reality in social media. You take these fashion creators' advice about dressing up as an office siren, and they're wearing these obviously like revealing, just inappropriate clothes for like a office workplace, and you don't, as like even like as a college student, you don't think twice. Like, hey, this is something that's probably not going to be okay around just any general population person. Like, this might be okay with my friends, and like this might be a cool costume thing, but this is definitely not okay at the office. I do think it is really interesting how a lot of younger Gen Z are more like technology driven and seem to know their way around technology, but can't really observe trends and know that they can't apply a lot of them to real life. And a lot of these creators, like I said, have never had a job in the office, nor do they know any office etiquette. So you blindly taking this creator's advice saying like, this is what I would wear in the office, and you just being like, that means that this is okay. Like, this 21-year-old girl that is dressing up as office siren that has never actually stepped foot in an office is saying that this is okay, and she's ran this by like an HR situation. Like, it's just wild to me how Gen Z can get around with so much technology stuff and are just so advanced in that way, but can't seem to notice that you shouldn't take advice from a 21-year-old on the internet. And if you're very forward about it, your HR is probably going to be a little bit more forgiving. Like, yeah, that's probably not okay, but next time, thank you for coming to us, and next time you can change something else or take a longer lunch break and you can, get out of that. Well, this girl lost her job, and she pretty much was like, well, I saw this on TikTok and I thought it was okay. And exactly on point. You can't believe these TikTok creators. And also too, like, we got to use our head when we get into these cores and stuff like this. Like, you have to find this really good balance, because the people at the office don't really care if you're following a trend. No one gets that. Everyone there is like 40 years old, or if they're your age, they're not on the same side of TikTok as you. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh, you're dressing like an office siren today. You're so office siren core. No, they're going to be like, you look like a whore, actually, and you need to get fired right now. And then you just put a big target on your back. And that's literally part of my style. I love looking like a medieval whore. And no, I totally get it. Like, I want to feel sexy all the time. I want to put on a great outfit all the time. I feel like everyone does. But you really just have to use the time and place. Like, going to your office, and I know everyone spends 40 to 50, even 60 hours at their office job. So it sucks when you can't dress the way you want to dress. But that is not worth losing an $100,000 job that you went to school for, that you worked your way for, and now you have to have like a plan B and like to the beginning of your career that you picked and stuff. So you really just have to be careful, or you're gonna be like, okay, this job is gonna be in an office, like I can't dress like this. And that's just the name of the game. I would love if everyone can dress how they wanted to in an office, and it probably make everyone feel better. It probably create better community within the office, and you would just get more shit done. But that's just not how it works right now. And I wish that would change. I wish in 5 years, like maybe more Gen Z kids get into the office setting and they change it, and we have more millennials in higher up places, and they're like, yeah, we don't care what you wear to the office as long as you're getting your job done. Maybe that happens, but right now, those boomers are holding on to those jobs like it is their
actual life.
So yeah, when you ingest these fashion and content creators and they're like outfits to wear when you're a teacher and they have like lingerie on, it's like, okay, let's use your brain. I don't think you should be wearing like a lacy bralette to teach your 4th grade students. Like like, girl, I know Gen Z is very like anti-porn, but maybe you should like watch one to be like, this is not what you do in the office or the classroom. Just for educational purposes. But yeah, my thoughts are obviously wear whatever you want to wear, but just really make sure and check with your HR or check somewhere like, can I wear this to the office? They are not going to get mad if you ask them that. If you ask them that 20 times, they're going to be like, okay, girl, maybe we can use your head a little bit and be like, don't do stuff that's revealing. And like I said, I see why girls want to dress as office siren. It's a new trend. Everyone wants to be a part of it. You spend so much time in the office and you finally found something that makes you feel good about yourself while at the office. And you can do office siren trend, but instead of a mini skirt, wear a pencil skirt. Instead of wearing like a button down blouse that like is buttoned down all the way, do a tie or something. Like you just cannot be that revealing. And I know it sucks, and it's just the work culture in those office type settings. Or, you know, find a job that allows you to wear whatever you want and express yourself. That might be a little bit lower paying, but you know, do you value that self-expression more than you value $10,000, $15,000 extra dollars? It's kind of the game you have to play in the beautiful America we live in today, which is crazy in 2025. I'm on that side. Like, I literally am like, I think anyone should wear what they want. They do their job better. I think some businesses are getting more towards that, but it sucks. It sucks. I get it. But just please, if you subscribe, I want to give you like decent life advice. I'm not always going to be the best at it, but if you subscribe to this, do not wear something crazy revealing in an office. One, there are so many nasty people that work at your office. You're probably going to be in some weird Teams chat, and that's just disgusting. Two, don't lose your job. We need more women in these office spaces because y'all actually get shit done. And I don't want people to lose their jobs and their careers that they work so hard for because of a silly little outfit. And you can find a good office siren inspo, but like just be a little bit more conservative about it, which I know sucks. And I'm going to have a video out that explains why conservatism is bad in fashion, and I don't want it. But if you're going to work these office jobs, you have to like prescribe to a little bit of their rules and stuff. You can't just go, I'm going to do what I want and I feel good, hot, sexy, cunty. It just doesn't work out like that. But the most important thing, let me know what you think of the video. Let me know in the comments. I love the discords in my comments. Find me on Instagram. Find me here for our next video later, and see you all around.
Yeah.